Welcome back. Hi, Mike. Welcome back, Mike.
Well, thanks. Thank you for...
Yeah, I missed you the last couple weeks, buddy.
Well, listen. Yeah. Life comes at you real fast, and, you know. But anyway...
Yeah. And then when we record a super long episode with two incredible guests like Rose Waltz and Neo Yoshi, and then I'm able to split those into two, then, you know. But yeah, how you doing today, bud? Welcome back, everybody. Storymoders, this is a podcast.
Welcome. Missed y'all. I'm doing okay, you know. Went out to the track this weekend, and that was fun. And then got some news that I'll tell you about off podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, started a new shift at work. Start at 7:30. I leave at 4. It's pretty awesome.
Ooh, that should help you with traffic, right?
Yeah, I miss traffic. It's been awesome. And they opened a new liquor store on Foothill, so I get to drive by that on my way home. So,
I found out they built and honestly, it's probably been there for years, but I only saw it for the first time. There's one of the fancy new liquor stores in West Valley by the movie theater and stuff. I haven't been there yet, though. I need to go there. I definitely need to go there.
That's the one that it's the one me and Annie went to before the cocktail episode.
Yeah.
But how you doing, buddy? Oh, why so glum, chum?
Yeah, we've been doing the podcast for like a year now, over a year, and I just kind of feel like I'm bored of the way that everything looks.
I'm working out. I'm doing my best for you, buddy.
No, you're beautiful. You're beautiful, and you're always perfect. But the overlay is just did this in Canva in like 5 minutes. The logo is just 2 fonts, and then
Annie likes it.
Yeah,
She's got good taste.
Annie has great taste. Okay, she's the only one that likes it. I
liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
But you know what? Your happiness is more important to me than a logo or anything. So what can we do to cheer you up there, bud?
I think I should maybe go and take a think about what we want this thing to look like.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go for a little walk. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a walk.
He's gonna go for a walk. All right.
So I did. I went into the studio, tried using different paint brushes. Nothing worked. I tried just writing out ideas of what I wanted our new logo to look like, and just went through so many I got a haircut too. Went through so many pieces of paper, just drawing ideas and thinking, but everything I came up with just looked like children's drawings. So, hit the road. Got in the car, started driving. Traveled all around the world. My travels, literally took me everywhere. New York, or maybe Sydney. I'm not entirely sure. The wilds of Alaska, even. All the way to the sand dunes of Des Moines, Iowa, and then even into Tokyo. Don't ask me how I drove there, but I did. And on my travels, I saw so much. Like this windmill or lighthouse somewhere. Or this dog. Look at this dog. Look at him. Oh, look at him. He's just confused, but he's regal. He's majestic. It's my best friend. But and then I saw this, and I was enthralled. I was confused. Really, how do you decide to try this? Not even how do you do it, because that's a whole different discussion. But just what in your mind is like, you know what? Hula hoops, they go around me. I want to spin with that thing. And then you just get a giant hoop. Who did you make the hoop? This is probably the best hoop spinner in the world. And who taught him? Anyway, hit the lab. All those inspirations gave me more and more ideas. Like just writing everything down, and finally decided to start creating. I did this thing with the Petri dishes that you see in movies, and just mixing things together, different colors, different hues, different everything. Even took it further with even more tiny Petri dishes. No, actually, in the scientific world, these are not Petri dishes, these are Petri bulbs. So just, for anybody out there, you'll know that for the future. And I think I finally came up with the right thing.
I drew the duck blue because I've never seen a blue duck before, and to be honest with you, I wanted to see a blue duck.
Well, it's an excellent blue duck. Congratulations. You just passed the first grade.
Oh, Miss Slippy, that's so great. What do you think of that, Mr. Blue Duck?
That's quacktastic.
And there we go. Brand new overlay, brand new logo. What's up?
Brand new haircut.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it was here last time. You didn't see it.
I mean, I know you didn't do any of that except the haircut, but I mean, I'm glad we got the new overlay, the new logo, and you got a fresh cut.
Yeah. Hey, Cameron French.
What's up,
Christ.
guys?
How long have you been there?
Yeah.
The whole time. All year long.
Jesus Christ.
Just waiting for you to,
The whole
give me a call.
Has he been here the whole time?
just waiting for us to acknowledge him over all these episodes, and we just didn't.
Was he our tribal chief?
Tag me in, fellas. What are we doing here? Come
I
on.
don't know. What, well, how can we help you today, Cameron?
Well, you were the one who contacted me. You wanted a fresh branding, like a whole rebrand, right?
Did we do that? Mike, did we do that?
I
I swear to God, that was a dream.
hold on.
Oh, wait, Mike is checking his
To
emails.
the record.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay.
Cool. I got a bunch of free spins at an internet casino. That doesn't seem sketchy at all.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
oh yeah, no, that's totally something that we did.
oh, cool. So you're like, what are we doing?
Okay, why don't you go ahead, look at your stream deck there. There should be an upgrade button. Why don't you go ahead and click that?
It might be blur. How long has this been here, Cameron? Mike, how long has this been here?
I don't know. I don't have an upgrade button, but I've got a Cerveza Cristal button.
Okay, that's the other one I put in. That's for next week's episode, but
Okay.
yeah.
Hell
for
yeah.
this
So right now, I
week,
should press the upgrade.
Hit the upgrade
Yes,
button.
please.
Do it.
Let's see what happens.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now let's party.
Mike, what the hell?
I don't know. The
Mike, what did you
button
do?
I'm trying to push. I didn't do a damn thing.
Cameron, did you do this?
Yeah, this is mostly me. I mean, you had a little bit of input, but yeah.
You know what? The whole thing. I thought I was just like in a K-hole, and I was just making things up in my head. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Yeah, you know what happens. You get laid off and stuff happens. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah, I've been there many a time,
Yeah.
Get fired, get into ketamine,
no, you know. It's
Who
the
hasn't been there?
who hasn't been in a K-hole induced dream where you call Cameron French and you're like, hey, will you make us a brand new overlay and a new logo and everything for our podcast, and then we're gonna get a whole brand new theme song in everything, and who hasn't done that?
Yeah,
But-
And
exactly.
I always ask, is this another K-hole? And
Yeah.
the answer is usually yes. So
Yeah. I must have missed that question. But yes, everybody, welcome to the new Storymoders podcast. Look, I'm going to put in some cheers, or maybe I won't. It'll just be funny. We've got a brand new overlay. We've got a brand new logo that you saw on the intro screen. We have a brand new intro song. It's Dead President Park by our good friends in Fremont Pike. Go check them out right now. That is our theme song. I think I sent Mike the screenshot today.
You did.
Of them saying, yes, you can.
Yes, and I was talking to Brandon, guitarist in there, friend, and I totally forgot to bring this up to him.
Text him right now. Just be like, hey, thanks for the theme song. And he'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I'm not even sure if he knows who I am. So, because I just messed with him out of the blue. But this was all done by the glorious, handsome, great hair, awesome glasses, incredible artist, Cameron French, a.k.a. the French Dip Design. Cameron!
What's up, y'all?
What is up, my friend? I got thicker. Got a little thicker.
I've been seeing it. The representation has been very nice. I appreciate that.
I was trying to put it on here. It keeps falling off. So I'm, but
A for effort,
Yeah. But we've got, brand new logo. We've got a few different logo types. We've got a new color scheme. You may have seen on our Blue Sky posting some colors the last few days. Those are our new primary colors. And all the names, they were all named by Cameron. So, Potion Purple, Alert Orange, Loot Green, Cyber Sky Blue. I love the blue. But I'm so ecstatic about this whole rebrand. Cameron and I have been working on this. He's been doing everything. And I'm just like, hey, will you change this little thing? Just annoying the fuck out of him, trying to get it to look good on our end. But Cameron, thank you. It's incredible.
Thanks, man.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's the moment you reached out. I mean, we've been kind of teasing that there could be something down the road.
Yeah.
And when you reached out and you're like, I think it's time. Let's kind of figure out the aesthetic. Let's figure out the vibes we want to put out with Storymoders. And the cool thing about it is that I think it's just a natural evolution of what you had before, and feels so much more like what you two and all of your guests bring. So I'm super happy with how it turned out. Yeah.
Me too. Mike, this is his first time seeing it.
This is awesome.
No, Mike, anytime Cameron sent me something, I'm like, hey, Mike, how does this look? And he's like, that looks fucking awesome. That looks great.
Yeah.
But let's do this. We're going to switch over here. So now we're on the screen with the three of us and the overlay, and this is Cameron's iPad. Right over here. Right over here. This is Cameron's iPad. These are our primary logos. The middle one there is the full name. The you know what? I'm gonna have to call it the S&M stamps right there. And then we've got the circular stamps that are just kind of I asked him for a few different ones that were kind of bigger inside, smaller, bigger, so that we can use them on different things. And he was just like, oh, how about this? Perfect, because of course it was. But Cameron, incredible work.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is this was such an easy project to work on because you gave me so much to work with, where I was just immediately able to kind of like iterate on the ideas that we were coming up with together. And it was one of the easiest rebrands that I've done. Not only because you're just like a nice dude who wants to make an artist feel good, but you already had the vision in mind. So this coming together was pretty painless, I'd like to say.
Yep. It was. From the moment that you sent that this first one with the Storymoders, the whole thing, I think I sent it to Mike, and he was just like, yeah, this is perfect. This is kind of exactly what we wanted. And yeah, it does. It's an evolution of what we already had, which, like I said earlier, that was just like a Canva thing. And it has changed the words to Storymoders podcast and made the little thing. But you kind of took those little designs or little ideas that we had about a year and a half ago and have turned them into something that is now uniquely us. So it's awesome. It's awesome. But with the new rebrand, that means that we can do some cool new things. Cameron, do you want to switch over to Chrome, and we're going to show off the brand new Storymoders.com website that has a full t-shirt line, including, you want to scroll down there a little bit, our first logo design. This is with the Genesis, we call it the Genesis color scheme. It's it's like purple and green. It's beautiful. It's incredible. This shirt is super comfortable. The design on it is printed on there perfectly. Yeah, comes in a few different colors. And then if we scroll down just a little bit more, you'll see we've got all the different colorways of the main logo, and then we've got some solo color ones. And then we have one more that I say I designed, but I just put these logos in here in a gradient.
Nice.
Yeah.
These are awesome. When you were like, "Oh, I just threw this together," I was like, "Threw this together?" What, like, do you know how many people would like pay really good money for a design like this? So
yeah,
Canva can do some pretty amazing things.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if this was done in Canva.
All of these were done. This logo, yeah, it was all done in Canva. So easy enough to do. But yeah, I have a surprise for the two of you. Actually, these shirts are very comfortable.
Yeah,
because I've got one on right now.
No way.
Yep,
that's awesome.
So this is the first ever Storymoder shirt, and this will be the worst ever Storymoder shirt. And I'm so glad that I ordered this, because this logo I've made way too high on the shirt.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for right now because you can see it on the screen. You know.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the logo is a bit lower now, and once again, yeah, this is printed on perfectly. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. I haven't washed it yet because it just showed up the other day, and I've just been kind of looking at it. Cameron and I do have to. I might have to ask you for something here in a little bit, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why afterwards.
I got you.
It's a funny thing. But yeah, go to storymoders.com to get our new logo on shirts. There's some stickers in there as well, and we're going to be adding any new designs that we think of on here. But in addition to the merch line, I guess it's called a merch line, yeah. We are also going to start doing some game reviews, and the first one is going up tomorrow, April, the fuck is that, 4th? Friday, April 4th? Yes.
Yeah.
Where I am reviewing Spirit Swap, Lo-Fi Beats to match 3 to. It has been
Nice.
It's all recorded. It's all uploaded, actually. And it has the wrong theme song because the idea to reach out to Fremont Pike happened super late last night after I'd already updated that. So,
well,
yeah. But it's an upgrade on what we already had. And once again, Dead President Park, Fremont Pike, go listen to them. It's from their, I forget what that EP is called, and now I feel like an asshole because it's on one screen of mine, but I can't access it right now. Let me check.
We go searching for our friend's band.
Is it available to stream on Spotify?
On Spotify?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, Spotify, Apple Music, Dead President Park from their Life Without a Pulse single, kind of small EP, little 3-song, is a little series of singles. They just put out a brand new song recently called Champagne of Beers, Breakfast of Champions, that I listened to that, I was like, oh, could we use this one? And it's a great song, just didn't fit a vibe for the intro. So
Yeah. No, it's a fantastic fucking song.
it's a fucking banger. All of their music, fucking
good.
pop punk till I die. Yeah, Fremont Pike. Go listen to them. Go look them up. Go watch their videos.
Yes.
Videos are great too. They had the Halloween video the other year or a couple years ago. I say the other year like it's just 3 days ago.
They've got that
Terror Time again. They've got Detroit Girl music video. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a cover of Christmas at 22 by the Wonder Years, which is
They also
awesome.
have a cover of they have an older
I was scared and I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
We love the Wonder Years here. The band. And and
Yes.
the show. Both iterations.
The show's alright.
Yeah, the new one's got Dule Hill. It's that's Gus. So I'll watch anything with Dule Hill.
Awesome.
So but Cameron, there's a reason that we reached out to you. One, you're a kind of funny best friend. And two, if you want to click on that other tab there, on your thing. Cameron, the French tip design, is a professional. I don't know what the term. A graphic novelist. I don't know. That's probably not it.
I wish graphic novelist. That would be much cooler. No, I bounced around from like, what do I call myself? So because I've got my normal daytime job, and then nights and weekends I'm like the Batman of illustration and design. Just like putting on my cowl, opening up Procreate on my iPad, and fighting crime and coming up with cool shit with cool friends. So, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Did you lose the iPad?
No, it stopped doing the background video.
Oh.
Oh, the swirls.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It was not set to loop. So, yeah. But we'll just cut right into here. So yeah, I edit that after. No biggie. But yeah, you are doing incredible work, and I think once again, the kind of funny best friend thing. That's how I think we've started chatting and everything online. But you recently did a rebrand for JK Games.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then did you also do drop in, drop out?
Yeah. So Jerica from JK Games reached out to me late in the fall of last year. And she was like, we're kind of thinking about pretty much the same story as you. Like, we made something in Canva, but we're starting to, like, not take ourselves more seriously, but we want to have our product match the type of, like, care and love that we put into this. And so that was another awesome rebrand that I got to do with Jerica. And then she's like, by the way, something else is probably coming up down the road. It's a whole gaggle of kind of funny best friends. And we're thinking about making this kind of group co-op channel that's going to highlight all of us individually, but then also bring all of us together. And so I got to meet with their team, and they wanted to go in a totally opposite route for the design that you usually see for, Twitch or YouTube or, Spotify podcasts. And they really wanted to go with like a retro futurism, Disneyland kind of like World's Fair style. And I was like, hell yeah, because I've never done anything like that. So I love that each new kind of funny best friend that I get to work with challenges me in a certain way by being like, I want to go with this certain aesthetic. And when you were giving me all of like the keywords that you wanted to kind of see represented, I was like, oh, I haven't done anything specifically like this. So it was like scratching an itch in the back of my brain that I was excited for.
Yeah, and we're on Cameron's site, the French Tip Design, and he doesn't just do rebrands for podcasters, he also makes his own merch. But as you can see here, he's done stuff for Kind of Funny. I have a couple of these shirts, I think, in my closet over there. I have I have two of them, actually. I have the Kind of Funny squiggly one, and then the Jabroni shirt there. And you got the KFW Kind of Funny Mania shirt. The JK Games, that's the whole rebrand. That logo is just... The thing is, it's simple, but it's not a bad thing, but like it is just, it's perfect. It's perfect for Jerica Kayla. It pops on their screen, and it pops on the podcast and everything. It is just phenomenal. I love that one. And that was, like I said, I was like, oh well, I mean, if he's not just like doing things for, Kind of Funny and like for these actual, like, big, and that sounds rude, but like these kind of big brands, maybe I can see if he'll work with us. And yeah, you did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see if I'd work with you. I mean, like, yeah. It does not take much for me to design something cool if it's a friend. And so, yeah, when you reached out, I was like, dude, we got this. We're gonna figure out something really cool for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and you did. What else do we have on this website here? Because you did some stuff. You did you did something for.
Oh,
yeah. Who is this for?
That's cool.
So I actually was contacted by some of the drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, which was nuts because, like, my husband and I met through Drag Race. It's such a big part of the queer community. And so last year, Nymphia Wind, this design on the left here with the yellow she actually won the season, but she reached out to me before the season started and was like, "Can you design my first piece of merch?" And I was like,
Oh,
"Holy shit!" I was even like, "This has to be a bot. There's no way
Yeah.
a drag queen who's about to be on MTV is messaging me saying that I can design something." And it was her, and she was so sweet. And luckily, that has allowed me to do other designs for Hormona Lisa.
Can you
She
scroll,
wanted
or
to.
can you zoom in on these? I just want to, as we're talking about them, just want to make sure that they're kind of big on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the one that I did for Nymphia Wind. Part of it is not safe for work, so I won't zoom in too far. But yeah, these are the things I did for Hormona Lisa from this season. She was like, "I want Rainbow Bright, but like, can you do a drag queen Rainbow Bright?" And I was like, "Girl, yes. Like, that's please. Are you kidding? Like, I've been waiting. I love doing stuff that people would think is stupid and silly, but is like the most fun to draw."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then, another drag queen from Drag Race, Angeria Paris Van Michaels, one of the best drag names of all time. And then, the stuff for Drop In, Drop Out as well. So they wanted full rebrand, streaming assets, stuff like that too. So,
Yeah, which Cameron did for us as well, and that was. Thank you for being so patient. Be like, hey, will you make this thing? Can you make it a little smaller? Can you do this? Can you add this? Can you do this? Just tweaking. If you see the overlays here with the kind of cropped corners, I don't know where the fuck my camera is. That took us like a couple days of going back and forth to get that to work, so then to be able to also have this background that moves and then not have like corners of the screen. And I think I've got everything zoomed in properly, but Cameron was just like, "Oh yeah, how about this? It's here." And I was like, "Oh, it's a little bit still. We could." He's like, "Oh, cool, boom. Okay, it's still. What about a shot? Oh yeah, boom, yeah."
A labor of love, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, thank you. It's worth it, at least to me. And Mike, yeah, but it's incredible. And also on your site, you've got some. Oh, what's it? 6-1 Indie down there too?
Oh yeah, I did some merch for some T-shirts for the 6-1 Indie crew. Mike, Kyle, the whole team. Just like any kind of funny best friend, pretty much everyone that I've been able to do designs for has been so cool and chill and sweet, and they're a great group. So yeah, I think I designed for them right before my first thing got released for Kind of Funny. So
yeah,
I like to credit the 6-1 Indie crew for trusting me first.
And then I see a beer can.
Oh yeah, I did a local brewery here in Denver, Colorado, Cerebral Brewing. They wanted to do a Pride campaign for their Pride release, but they wanted to make sure that every hand that touched the way the beer was made, how it was canned, how it was designed was a part of the queer community. And I was lucky enough I came up with All Hops, No Hate. That is the branding that they're sticking with now every Pride month. And so it felt cool to like take this late 80s, early 90s VHS design and try and make that into a beer can. So that was another really fun project.
Is that Cerebral Brewing?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have to see if they ship to Utah.
They might. Oh, yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah,
they're part of like beer subscription boxes and stuff.
Ooh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know sometimes it's hard to get stuff shipped to Utah because of our dumbass laws.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was gonna say if they won't ship it, we can make a trip.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Hey, I'm not working. You know what I mean? So
I'm out to Denver.
Yeah.
We'll take everyone. It doesn't matter.
Do not threaten me with a good time and a better place to live. Okay? If I had the money, if we had the money to be like, hey, let's go ahead and let's sell the house and let's move to Denver, I'm almost guarantee my spouse would be like, why aren't we already there? Let's do it.
Yeah. That's literally what my husband did. He was like, I think we've done enough Nebraska. Yeah. It's been fun. Like, what else can we get into? So, yeah, Denver's great.
And then Frame a Game.
I did a T-shirt for Frame a Game, another Kind of Funny best friend. He's done stuff for Snowbike Mike.
Yeah.
Some stickers. I love doing stickers, so I did some stickers.
Yeah, we're gonna look at some stickers here in a minute after we look through everything that you've done for other people. So.
Oh yeah. My barber, and then just other merch stuff that I've done, local restaurants. I'm kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
The thing that always bugged me when I started doing art again during the pandemic is everyone was always like, well, what's your style? What's your aesthetic? And I was like, I don't fucking know. Like,
Yeah.
why should I try and pigeonhole myself? And so I've tried really hard to not pigeonhole myself with stuff that I do.
Yeah. And and I'm not just saying this because you are here with us. I bought, multiple stickers from you, like different times, because the original stuff that you make is also just super fun. And this is we mentioned Snowbike Mike. It's I'm making you better. Snowbike Mike, when he's playing Fall Guys, is an asshole, and he wins all of the games. And he just yells this on stream as he's pushing people off of the course or just blocking them from being able to finish. Just, I'm making you better. And you graciously sent me one of these stickers when I purchased. Where is it? Where it's I've got two of them, and one is on the computer right now. One of my favorite one.
Yeah.
I slept for JRPGs. Jesus Christ.
That was, when you have those ideas and you're like, no one is going to like this stupid fucking thing that's in your brain. And so I was just like, I'm going to just do it on my iPad and see what happens. And then people bought it. And I was like, okay, so I'm not the only fucking JRPG sicko in this world. I mean, I know clearly I'm not, but it felt good to be seen on that level.
But speaking of the Slut for JRPGs and the Snowbike Mike one, on your site, so this is just your portfolio. This is all the stuff that you've done, but you're also doing some original material, including Lil Guillo. Which
love him.
This little king, yeah. And this is actually something, Robert, you were such a big help when I was figuring out how to stream. Streaming is not easy. There's so much to learn, and you were so kind in helping me figure out all the chords and the audio and video and stuff. And so one of the things that I've been trying to do is make stickers live on streams on Twitch. And this was one of the designs that I did. And people love Lil Guillo. He's needed in America right now. So
yes.
I'm not going to take I'm not going to take all the credit. But on that stream, you were like, does anybody have an idea for a sticker that we can make? And I put in adorable guillotine.
Yes.
So
your brain manifested this little cherub.
Because I think it was shortly after the certain brother of a plumber, became a hero in America.
Yes.
The hero we need.
The hero we need. Yeah. So I'm gonna order. I haven't ordered these yet because reasons. I don't have a job, but I need to order me a couple of these so I can put some up at Rio Tinto Stadium for sure. But yeah, the Lil Guillo stickers, and you have, you have the French tip design. God, that logo, that Sammy.
So I've wanted to make a mascot for myself. I've only been doing this as like a part-time hustle for a couple years now. But there's something that just calls to me, like a 1950s mascot for like a diner or something. And so I had to do something with him. So I made him into these hoodies, these t-shirts. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of random shit on my site. So many stickers that from TV shows to movies to video games, pretty much it doesn't stay in my brain too long. It usually goes straight onto the website.
Yeah, there are some things on here. There's like a Last of Us print that you did.
Oh yeah, let me.
Is that still on the shop?
It might be gone now. I think I might have sold my. Oh, there it is. I think I have. It's sold out. Officially sold out. But
no, I just loved the design of the bust with the
oh yeah. Oh, I think I've got stickers available of that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That one is incredible.
When Pedro Pascal likes your Instagram post, it's kind of like a huge fucking the gay panic that surged from within my body. That was a pretty fucking nutso thing. When HBO was like, "Can we include your artwork in our promo?" I was just like, "Hey, shut the fuck up! What do you mean? Like what? This? I'm not really here. I've transcended space and time. This is an alternate universe." But yeah, that was pretty cool. So needless to say, very hyped for season 2.
Yeah. So this is This is some news that we can divulge here. Nobody's known this, but trades, the trade papers. If you want to write about this, Cameron, HBO said, "Hey, can we use your artwork for the promo for The Last of Us?" He said, "Only if you sell Coyote vs. Acme to Ketchup Entertainment to let them release it." So you're welcome. All right, everybody who gets to see Coyote vs. Acme. Okay.
Yeah, I said, Zaslav, you need to watch your fucking step, bud.
You gotta, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I get tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking excited for that movie.
It's going to be so fun
It's
and
so-
hopefully
yeah.
so stupid.
There was a, and I don't even know if it's real, but there was like somebody who worked on the movie like a couple years ago now was like, "Hey, since this isn't ever going to be released, here's the entire synopsis for it." And I read through it and I was like, I want to watch this now. I know what happens if this is true, but I want to fucking watch this movie. And it's got Will Forte.
Yeah. Amazing.
Mike, what is Will Forte's greatest role?
I liked him in The Last Man on Earth. Like, okay, bye.
That's a very good answer, Mike. I was like, that or MacGruber? I don't know.
See, this is the thing.
MacGruber! It's MacGruber. It's MacGruber. It's one of the greatest things ever fucking made. But Last Man on Earth is also it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
And Benjamin Franklin. If you haven't seen the Benjamin Franklin, Seth Meyers Second Chance Theater.
Benjamin Franklin?
Benjamin Franklin. Yes.
I
It's
have to watch this.
almost exactly what you're thinking of, and it's glorious. Seth Meyers has a thing. I don't think he's really done it in the last couple years, where former SNL castmates come on and they're like, "Hey, here's this sketch that I wrote that never got put to air." So it's them doing these like cut sketches.
Hell yes.
Yeah. One of them is Ginger. I'm out of breath because I ran from the kitchen to come yell MacGruber. There's Benjamin Franklin, Will Forte's thing. Andy Samberg has a couple of them, including Griff Banks, the sensitive bully, who watch that one. I don't want to say it out loud. And then a bit that they've talked about a lot on a lot of like Lonely Island things called "Want to Come With," where the entire bit is that he's at a bar with his friends, and he's drunk, and he has to go to the bathroom, and he just keeps saying, "You want to come with? I'm gonna hit the head. You want to come with? You want to come with?" And that's the whole sketch. But yeah, Seth Meyers, Second Chance Theater, Will Forte.
Are they on YouTube?
They are. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay,
some
cool.
of them,
I was like,
a lot of them have like there's the sketch, and then there's like an afterwards where they talk about it, and it's like a round table. They give it way. It's great. I love all of them. They are on my YouTube algorithm that just pops up every time. But yeah, back to your artwork. That's incredible. The Queer All Year, love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had to do something after the election, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm pissed, and I need to be as gay as possible.
Yeah.
And as publicly as possible. So, I got to make T-shirts and prints and stickers out of those things. Needless to say, I feels like I have 2 full-time jobs, and that but like one of them is incredibly satisfying because I get to do cool shit like hang out with y'all and just make the things that like little us would be like, that's so fucking cool that they're doing that right now. So like, as long as I can make little Cameron proud, then I'm vibing. I'm having a good time.
Lil Cam. Lil Cam. And you've also been, because we kind of talked about this. You've started streaming as well, and you were playing video games. This is a video game podcast, so we got to talk about video games for at least a couple minutes.
Please, let's talk video games.
Yeah, you were what? So you started streaming, and we talked about how I barely helped you, but to get everything working because you had 99% of it, and I was the one problem, or the one. I don't know. Whatever Jay-Z said. But you started streaming, and sometimes you're doing live art, and then other times you were playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which was not a real game until it was a real game, thanks to South Park, I think.
Mm-hmm. And what a debut game to play on Twitch. I didn't like really think about that too much. I was like, what should my first game be? I just saw that was available on the Steam store, and I was like, okay, I think I have to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. And I didn't know shit about Hello Kitty. I didn't know that there was like other characters. And I've learned quite a bit in my adventures on that island. So
those are fun streams when you're playing that and you're just like, I don't know this character, but they need my help. Let's go help them.
Let's go do it.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. And yeah, some of the characters are a little like devious. Like there's some, I don't know, there's some shit going down on that island that I need to keep playing. I got to get the Steam Deck back out. But
now is that an easy game to play? Would you maybe say that game is good for beginners?
Yes, absolutely. Why?
Mike?
So, Learning for Beginners has gone through several iterations, but it originally started as a D&D playthrough podcast with me and my other buddy who had never played D&D before. So we were beginners doing this extremely nerdy thing. It has now come around to a bi-weekly, twice-a-week stream where I stream one night, long playthrough games, whatever esoteric bullshit I'm into at the moment.
Right now it's Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep, I gotta probably need to get back into that after God only knows how long it's been. But the other night, the other stream, my girlfriend, who likes the concept of gaming, is not a gamer. So we keep trying to find new games for her to play. So, Hello Kitty Island Adventures, it's going on the list.
Yeah.
She'll eat that shit up. It is so easy, but also like hard if you're thinking too hard. So like if she wants to turn the brain off, she'll love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she is an art teacher, so
God. At high school too? I'm a former teacher, so I know how exhausted oh my God.
Oh yeah. So definitely, having something where she can kind of turn her brain off and relax and, pound a few beers while doing so.
Yeah. She needs Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Yeah.
All right.
In the year 2025, it might be a salve for what she's having to go through in that school.
Oh, I can share some stories once we're done recording, but oh boy.
But we love Annie. Annie is incredible. And tell Annie sorry that she voted for song number 1. And Cameron, your husband as well.
Oh yeah.
For the intro.
Break his heart.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sorry. But hey, have listened to the Fremont Pike song. And
that's what I did before we got going. So
man. Okay. So there was one more thing that you did that I want to look at. You did something for is it Denver Pride Parade?
Oh yeah, let me
Yeah. Oh, and the Lady Killers thing we got to look at here in a moment.
Oh yeah.
But,
that's so rad.
Yeah.
So, last year was the 50th anniversary of Pride in Denver. And the official merch that the city was putting out was just god awful, just the worst. Like not even Canva can do some pretty impressive stuff. It was almost like a level above Microsoft Paint. And so I was like, this cannot stand for the 50th anniversary.
Absolutely not.
And so I made the gayest cowboy you've ever seen. Wrists just limp as hell, riding this horse through, and you can see, obviously the mountains in the background, the Denver skyline, and then the very first Denver Pride took place in Cheeseman Park, and it was still illegal at the time in 1974 to be gay in public. And so it was just like most prides that started as a protest, and so I kind of wanted to commemorate that. And this was, to this day, my best-selling T-shirt. It was awesome to see people wearing it like in public today. Like I'll be at the grocery store and someone will be wearing it, and it's just like that's a level of like, I'm just like, hello, and they're just like, okay, what's
made that
happening?
shirt. Thank you. Thank you for the money.
Mangoes are on sale in that aisle.
What are you talking to, fucking Beast? That's a kind of funny reference. Yeah.
It is. Good job.
For Mike, Beast from X-Men fucks mangoes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't need any more context. We're good.
Nope, you don't.
Again, Mike, you're not missing out on like too much. Our brains are rotten at this point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the lady killers. Like this is.
Yeah. So, oops. So I try to do something every October. I love horror films, and the previous year I did little slashers. So it was Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, and Mike Myers in this kind of like Seven Dwarves style attire. And so I was like, I got to do something for the women in horror. And so I did 3 of my favorite killers from horror films.
Yeah.
Samara from The Ring. Well, I guess, are you 2 horror fans? Do you know who these
I know the
characters
characters,
are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The amount of times that people are like, who are they? I don't know. And I'm like, oh, it's okay if you're not a fan of horror. And they're like, oh no, I love horror. I've seen The Conjuring. I've seen The Ring. And I'm like, that's these characters.
That's this. I honestly, like, I look at the characters and I was like, I know these characters. I did not fucking put 2 and 2 together for Sam, Val, and Ray because I'm a dumb piece of shit. And now that you've said it, and it's like Samara, and I was like, oh god, I get it. Yeah.
I think I went too deep in the Duffy
you
on
didn't.
that one. But yeah, so I'm just drawing a whole bunch of weird, crazy shit every night. Yep. Finish the day job, close the laptop, open up the iPad, burn the retinas for like a nice 4 to 5 hours, and then, but it's all worth it. So
yeah. If I can make, you don't have to do this, but this October when you're doing something, my favorite horror series is Scream. So if you have any ideas with Ghostface,
I mean, have you seen my Scream film poster that I've done?
I think yes.
Okay. Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
Scream is one of my favorite series as well.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Scream in the whole franchise?
Oh, it's I hate to say it, but the first one, I think Scream
Great
1
answer.
just was a perfect send-up slasher, of the horror genre, and just upended the entire kind of concept of slasher films by being super meta, but not to the point of Scream 3,
Yeah.
But yeah, the Scream
There's a
series,
limit on how meta.
Yeah. You get a little too meta, and then you're like, why are Jay and Silent Bob here?
Yeah. Gets a little wonky.
Yeah.
Mike, are you a Scream fan?
Not really. I'm not really a huge horror guy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, if you decide to become a horror guy, between Robert and I, we've got a list of maybe 1,000 films that you could start watching. So
between you 2 and my buddy Spider, I have seen the evolutions of his tattoos, and they are all horror themed.
Yeah.
And it is, yeah. So I feel like I've got 3 great people who can give me just amazing recommendations.
Oh, you have one more, and his name is Charlie, and he is my spouse. And
Charlie.
He's one of those people who'll like put on Shudder and just put something on.
Yeah. Their 24/7 channel.
Yeah. It's like, what are you watching? I don't know, some horror movie.
Noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My background noise is fucking Saturday Night Live clips and Conan clips on YouTube, and his is fucking Saw. Like,
yeah.
Okay. I love you.
We're a different breed.
I love you. Yeah. But Mike?
Yeah.
Mikey.
Robert.
Just wanted to say I love you. and I'm glad that you're back.
I love you too.
Yeah. But Cameron, we kind of had an idea for this podcast, for this episode, and you said you were pretty game for it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the whole rebrand, with the new logo, with everything, we wanted Cameron to come on first to talk about him because he's super goddamn talented and great, and we love him, and he made our whole rebrand and everything. But we thought it might be cool for him to do something that he's done on stream for himself. So the Lil Guillo sticker was a stream that he did where he literally was just like, hey, does anybody have ideas for like a sticker that we can make here on stream? And once again, not going to take all the credit, but I said cute guillotine. Okay. And we ended up with, he ended up with Lil Guillo. So we thought maybe let's have Cameron on, see if we can drum up some ideas for maybe a new piece of Storymoders merch that then when it is done will go up on the store. Might not be done tonight, but maybe we can kind of drum up some ideas and then think of something pretty cool. Yeah. So Mike,
absolutely. Let me bring up the Procreate here.
Aw, kitty.
And then was that
go back to the kitty?
Enough, we've already talked about Beast. This is my cat, Beast.
Oh,
so
that cat fucks mangoes.
My cat, he has a very unhealthy relationship with mangoes. Don't tell his veterinarian.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
His secret is safe with me.
But really quick.
Yeah.
Since we got this up on the screen, so I just want to. Could you break down? I don't know if this will get like too in the weeds. Could you break down kind of the ideas for, first off, the story mode, the first one, and then I was like, hey, can we do like a stamp, and then can we do like a circular thing, like kind of what is your thought process within going, hey, we've got this, now let's do this, and keeping everything together, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when you first reached out, my first question is always, like what do you want this to kind of like give off? What type of vibes? Like what's the aesthetic? Is there a decade or an era that you want to stick in? And I think we were kind of in agreement that like the late 80s, early 90s, like the era that we grew up in could be really well represented for what you do. And so then I do a lot of research on what are different logos from that era, what are kind of the aesthetics that they have. And the cool thing about it was like the font that I initially found that I use as my base, and then I started to edit, it felt like Transformers meets Tron meets like you also said some other things, Robert, when I first sent it over, where you're like, oh, it kind of gives me that same feeling as like some of these other logos from growing up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, thank God, that's what I was going for. But then comes the opportunity to really like change it up and make it unique for you, because this kind of cybernetic style is not new to Twitch, to streamers, and so we needed to make sure that we could make it your own. And so that's where most people will just download a font from the internet, and then they just use that font, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And overlay on Canva and change the words.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
For your first year or year and a half of a podcast. That's like, I always tell people, like, try to trust your own instincts. Like, see what you can come up with first, because it's usually going to be what you want until you eventually get to a place down the road where you want to take it to the next level. And what you had for Storymoders was such a good starting point for me. It was pretty much just, taking what you had and kind of having a natural evolution for it. And so, I found this amazing font that I was able to start kind of editing and tweaking, and that's where we came up with this initial, let me see if I can change the color here. We're doing like a John Madden play-by-play right now. I don't know shit about sports, but I do know that one reference. So
there you go.
John
That's all you need.
Perfect.
Honestly, that is all you need. And so let me bring up a good brush here. And so, and Procreate. Let me turn this off quick. See if this works here. There we go. And so that's really where like this initial middle main logo came from. And then when you had said, I want to create some more like iconography for this, like how can we use it in thumbnails? How can we use it in overlays? And so that was when I came up with this very simplified version of just it's the S&M logo. But
It
you
is.
had said
Yeah.
you loved the D-pad and the microphone and kind of what that represented for the channel. And so I wanted to make sure I could include that in a really simplified version, but still match the aesthetic of what the full logo looked like. And so came up with those, and then I can't remember what you had said to like spur this idea for this D-pad wheel button.
Yeah, I think it was literally just like what was it for? It was, I want to say, for like YouTube or something, because the way that it crops things is a circle. So I was like, it'd be great if we could get like something where it's just that we don't have to have, it's just the tiny thing in the middle. Like it can be the entire. I think what I said was, hey, like the circular design that you can just kind of put on really anything would be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I'm
so it was
glad
pretty
that
much
that the
Oh, go ahead.
because I when I said that, I was like, oh, but I don't want him to think that I don't like this other stamp because it's great, you know. But then when
We've got thick skins. It's
yeah.
all part of the process. We hear no 9 out of 10 times. So a yes and is always nice.
Yeah.
I love that you were like, great. And can we
Yeah.
do something a little bit
Because I
different?
think you sent the SM one, and I was like, could we take that thing from the middle and then kind of almost invert it, like pop that up and then put the SM in the middle, and then you sent this circle one, and I said, I don't know if you know this, but Mike is a car guy, and this looks like a steering wheel.
Yes, it does.
Like very much like a steering wheel of a car, and yeah. So and I was
Totally
like,
unintentional. But I'm so glad that it worked out in that favor too, because Mike, I feel like I was working so closely with Robert on this, and I didn't really get a chance to like have like a direct one-on-one feedback. Robert did a great job of making sure your feedback was always relayed to me. But when he told me that he was like, this is actually kind of like serendipitous, the fact that Mike loves cars so much, I was like, oh, that makes me feel even better. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. As we are talking, I've got on my other screen here just some iconic motorsports liveries, because I'm just this is where I'm at after 2 beers and half a joint. So I'm just like,
that's a healthy place to be.
Yeah, I'm like, design creativity. Let's look at some cool shit.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, yeah, if you've got some like design things there that we can maybe we can utilize those. I don't know how iconic. And also, I'm just learning now that it's pronounced livery.
Yeah.
I've seen it in Forza. I can pronounce Forza, but I couldn't pronounce livery. I don't know.
It happens all the time. It's fine.
Yeah. And then, the colors here, because these are vibrant colors, and I think initially when you sent them over, they were a bit muted, and I think it was actually Mike who was like, could we try to see those colors brighter? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just cranked up the saturation and messed with the coloring a little bit to really give off that neon, bright, exciting kind of feeling that y'all wanted. And I feel like it matches the logo way better than what I originally had too. It was just like softer, muted, and I think it was a good reminder of like, this is for video games. Like this should kind of convey that level of excitement. And so I always title the colors that I choose. I don't even know if I gave you the hex codes. I'll make sure I get you the hex codes in case you need them.
Actually, what I did when I was like making, so Cameron made like the actual overlay that you see, like the squares around us for the background video. The color overlay, I went into Canva. Obviously, that's what I pay for and use, and I pulled up like the blue for this one that you guys can't see. The background is the blue, and it's like a little wave on it. So I took the Cyber Sky Blue logo, and then in Canva just did the grab, color tool, and just did that and put it over here. Yeah. So, but yeah, the hex codes would be phenomenal as well. But
yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, just the color dropper works wonders usually.
Yeah.
And so, getting these 4 and then getting to, as you can see on the website, getting to play with them, how they kind of could work together as like a multi-colored logo was a ton of fun. And so, and they're all named for something like this one, Neon Genesis Evangelion with the purple and green. And there's
it's an
obviously,
anime thing. Never mind.
Oh, hush! let me have one thing.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The only thing I know about Neon Genesis Evangelion is one, how to pronounce it, and two, I hear there's a Fight Star song that ends with it's Neon Genesis, and it's like the long note that they say at the very end of the song, because I think actually the song itself is about that anime, because they're huge nerds. That's all I know about.
Listen to that.
Yeah,
What am I feeling, Robert? Robert, what do I feeling? We're going to sit down and we're going to watch the series, and then I'm going to explain to you like how we just fucked up the timeline by watching the series and not all of the movies in random nonsensical orders.
And the movie titles, like what is this? Kingdom Hearts? What are we doing?
Hey,
no, I say this as
no.
My Keyblade is packed away in my storage shed right now, or it would be on my wall behind me. So,
yeah.
Oh yeah, no. The fact that the timeline's kind of wonky, I feel, it's gonna be right up your alley.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I just saw the purple and the green, and honestly, in my mind, I was like, I love this logo, or I love this color scheme. What the fuck does this have to do with the Sega Genesis, though?
Now I can see where the confusion could come in.
Yeah. It's right here.
Hey, look at that.
It's great. It's great. Yeah. So I mean, since we've got this up here, the merch, all available now, as you're reading this. I think I did have to rename one of them, the autosave, and I don't know why I picked that, because for some reason
Perfect.
So Quest, you had sent over kind of most of these color schemes, and they had names, so I was just like, those are already great. But the autosave, I believe when you sent it over, it was just black and purple, or it was white and purple, and it was just like, it was like B&W or something. But I was just like, we got to get something like gaming related, and kind of what does it feel like? And for me, at least, the light blue and like the light blue with the purple felt calm, and it made me think, like when you're playing a game and you've got an autosave and then your game crashes, you're like, what the fuck? And then it, you can reload where you were. It's that worked, at least for me. But that's where I came up with the autosave name. That's all I inputted here. But yeah, the blue and the purple. Then we've got Quest over here. Orange and is that the blue? Yeah.
Yep, orange and that kind of light blue.
The Cyber Sky Blue. And then we have on the end... there was another one that I haven't put up here yet, because that one's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't put it up there yet.
That's a colorway that not everyone on this podcast knows about, right?
I think Mike will know about it, but he won't appreciate it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
There's one more colorway that is right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, maybe if we ask nice, Cameron will do an Everton one for us, or a Real Salt Lake one.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Try to branch out from blue.
But yeah, then these ones are just the straight color ones. So the Potion Purple, which I tried to put on, I put on dark shirts, and it's just, you couldn't really see it, so that's a light shirt. And then, Cyber Sky Blue that we talked about, Loot Green, and Potion Purple. These are great colors. I love these colors.
And this design is amazing. I think this is where, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, and I told Cameron this, but I'll say it now. I got the impetus for this from the JK Games sweater with their logo all across it that Greg Miller on Kinda Funny wears a lot. And I was just like, I would love to put, kind of something there, but I didn't just want to do that same thing. So then I had this idea of like a gradient and kind of fading out. And then on the bottom it says Storymoders. And there's two different ones, so if you want a dark shirt, you can get that one. If you want a lighter shirt, you can get that one. And Greg, if you ever do see this, hit me up. I will send you the sweater I will pay for it and ship it to you.
I'm sure
Whenever.
you would love that.
Yeah. I don't know where to send it to or else I would. So.
They had a P.O. box. I
They
don't know
did.
if that's
Yeah,
still
like
in
fucking
commission
3
or not.
years ago.
I know. I'm like, what's going on?
But, yeah, the designs and everything that you sent over were just so easy to work with. I literally, most of these are just, I uploaded it to the site and moved it a little bit, and it was done, because it was perfect. And then once I got the sample here, I realized, let's move this lower, because it's a bit high. It's a bit too high. So.
The amount of shirts that I have where it's just things needed to be, like, twisted a little bit or moved down a hair is, yeah, you would be upset at the amount of money I've spent on, like, mock-ups. But you have to do it. Yeah. And also, isn't it so fucking cool getting that first piece that you're just like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, this is like real.
I'm so mad at myself. So what I was going to say,
guys,
like, I got to talk to you afterwards. Go ahead, Mike.
I got to pee. You guys keep talking. I'll be
Okay,
right
cool.
back.
Cool. So what I was going to talk to you about, like, afterwards, when it came through, I just had a huge smile on my face because the site that we're using, Fourth Wall, on the shipping label, it has the Storymoders logo at the very top in black and white.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting that, and I was like, oh shit, that's our logo, that's our podcast, that's our site and everything. But the one that I had uploaded, because it has like the little gradient thing at the top, that was just missing. So it was just like the bottom half of Story and Motors.
Wild.
So
what would that even look like? It was probably completely illegible. Like, you were able to understand it because you knew what it was.
Exactly. But... Yeah. I will, and I'll post it up on screen now, so you guys can see. Because I took a picture of the thing, and then I threw it away because it was garbage. Because I'd already opened up the thing. But Cameron, give me just a sec. Like I said, I took a picture, so I'll send it to you, and you can you can see where it cuts off at over on Discord. But I'll post that up on the screen so you guys can see it. Just we'll hopefully have that fixed. It is just funny. But yeah, that's
awesome though.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, I saw that on because it was delivered by like UPS, and I picked it up and I just saw that logo and I was like, holy shit, it's
real.
Exactly.
Really
it was silly. I was like, this is real. Like, this is we we have an artist that made something for us, and it's real and it's here. And then I open up this, and immediately was like, logo's too high.
I mean, once you put it on, then you're like, okay, but I'll still enjoy this moment.
Yeah. So let's, if you're still cool with it, what kind of work goes into you making up a design here?
That is a great question. Let me get a new layer here.
Because I saw you working on it during like the Lil Guillo stream. Because you made was it 3 or 4 stickers that day?
I think I did the sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts,
the Kingdom Hearts
then Lil Guillo. I did those 2 on the stream, and then the most recent stream I did the raccoon for Garbage Boy or Dumpster Boy from Drop In Drop Out.
Do you have that up here? Can we look at it? I must have missed that one.
That's this little guy.
Oh my god! Hey, look at that.
So if you ever watch Drop In Drop Out, even on their socials, you'll see Cayman, who's also known as the Dumpster Boy. He's always got a hat, these sunglasses on, and so he was the only one in Twitch that day, and I was like, what do you want me to draw, dude? And he was like, can you do a raccoon? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then after the stream ended, he was like, can I like commission you to make that my mascot? And I was like, yeah, we're already more than halfway there. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. That is cool. Nice.
Oh,
and then really quick, hold on, go back.
Oh yeah.
Coach Mike.
Oh yeah. So this was one of the things that like got me to stream was because I was like, I need input from people who know Mike Howard
Yeah.
and can give me, the Snowbike Mike input on what this should be for his backyard baseball series. And who knows, if you follow Snowbike Mike, maybe just keep an eye on his channels. Maybe something will be coming very soon as
Hey.
soccer season approaches.
Hey, the kids are gonna be playing soccer. All right,
It's springtime. The field is open.
the field is open. Okay, the only one is who was it? Yamaguchi isn't gonna be playing because he's getting picked up by the U12s.
Going pro.
So he's going pro. He's going semi-pro. Okay. Yeah. For those, this is a Snowbike Mike thing. So really quick. So with that one,
Yeah.
did he ask you to make that, or were you just like, I want to make this?
No, I wanted to make it. It was another one of those things where I was sitting there watching one of his streams, and I was like, it would be cool if I could draw him in the style of that game series.
Yeah.
And that is not like you can only do that with certain games. Like you can't put someone in the style of Half-Life. Like that's fucking hard. Or The Last of Us. I'm like, but it's a cartoon. It's very illustrative. And so, I didn't even ask his permission. I was just like, he just finished a stream, and I was like, all right, I'm going to start drawing Coach Mike in the style of backyard baseball. And then he raided me. This was like my third stream ever, and he raided me from Kinda Funny. And so I'm sitting there with 3 people watching, 3 maybe 4. And then I look up on my Twitch and it says 168 people are now watching you live. And the panic that went through my body was nuts. I was like, this is an error. It's meant
Twitch
to say
is
16.
broken. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. And then I messaged him and I was like, hey, why'd you do that? And he was like, oh, I just wanted to, raid your channel and send people your way. And I was like, I appreciate it so much. I was like, this was before I think I'd even talked to you, Robert, about audio stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm so baby on Twitch. And I was like, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then, we've messaged a couple more times since, and then we'll see what comes of it on social media soon.
You message him again. Tell him to come on the podcast. So, because he promised.
I'm sure he would love to.
Oh my!
Did he promise?
No, he said he would a couple of times, and then anytime I've tried to reach out to him, he just ignores me.
Yeah,
because it's Mike.
Mike.
It's Snowbike Mike. Yeah, it is. It's Snowbike Mike. He's going big. Okay.
I can't believe you have the DVD.
I do.
Nuts.
Actually, I do want to. I wanted to be like, hey, can we do a screening of this on our disc? It's like 6 minutes long, so.
Oh yeah,
do a screening in the Discord.
Is there director commentary or anything?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
Okay, why wouldn't you 3 record a short commentary video that he? Yeah, I'm sure
because he won't
shit
return my emails or Twitch whispers.
I promise you, he is a tough nut to crack.
He is. Yeah.
But
he's very very. Very entertaining, and we love Snowbike Mike. Yeah. I was just watching his stream earlier, and he's close to the end of Final Fantasy X, and he just
nuts.
I'm like, and this isn't even just with him. This is kind of with our podcast. The reason that we've started having a lot more, like kind of going back with when I messaged Mike and I was like, hey, do you want to do a gaming podcast where we just kind of, we're just nerding out about the things that we like? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. We could talk about things. And a lot of the episodes lately, and I love it, and this is kind of where maybe it's pivoting towards it if you want to use that term, it's bringing people on, like yourself, to talk about the video game related stuff that they want to nerd out on.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 episodes we had Rose Waltz and Neo Aoshi, and they are massive fans of pretty much anything Hideo Kojima does, and we just talked for so long, and I apologize to the 2 of them if I kept them up way too late. But we talked so long about Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding and everything, and then we pulled up the Death Stranding 2 trailer, and I was pretty much just sitting here watching them nerd out about this trailer with theories and this, and I was asking them questions and everything, and then we were able to split that up into 2 episodes, which is great. But I love seeing people learn about something or even just talk about something that they love and can just nerd out on. And Mike started playing Final Fantasy X. I don't even know why he started playing. I don't know what brought it up for him to try to play. And he just got fucking hooked. And every one of his streams lately has been him playing it. And it's so fun to see somebody playing something or talking about something that they enjoy, and just seeing the kind of joy in their face as they're being like, I love this thing, and you're just like, fucking tell me everything, because you're happy and your happiness is rubbing off on me. Giggity. We had Blaster Goblin on a couple weeks ago talking about Tony Hawk, like that whole Tony Hawk series, and that was fucking cool as shit. We've got you on tonight talking about art that you're doing, and you're extremely passionate about it, and I love the passion that people get from the things that they love to play or to work on. I think that's what makes this podcast fun, for me at least. And I don't know about for Mike. I don't want to speak for Mike.
Oh, it's nice actually getting people on here, and instead of it being kind of a one-sided conversation, we can just let our guest go.
Yeah.
And we can sit there and absorb and learn. It's great. It's awesome. Yeah. So I just love talking to people who are very passionate about the things they're very passionate about.
Yeah. And
so excited.
At the end of the day, video games are always like the central linchpin to any of these relationships. And so it's like, at the drop of a hat, we can have a reference from some wild video game or whatever. And I love that it's just like everyone comes to the table with that interest in video games, but I love that you're also providing an additional way of being like, okay, you love video games, and what else? Like what's the next thing that really makes you tick? And so the episode with Jenny Send Nuggies was incredible as well too. It's just like, I feel like you're giving a good platform for people to be seen, not just as a name on a Twitch chat or on a YouTube live or anything. It's just like, here we're like meeting the community behind video games. Yeah. And it feels really cool that you've brought this together.
And thank you so much for kind of saying that. And it's that thing where, like I said, we started this podcast just two best friends wanting to talk about video games and really just get together and kind of have like a creative outlet every week. And I feel like we're starting to kind of understand what we want to be doing here. I don't know, I don't want to speak for Mike, but I feel like the last little while has just been like, let's get some cool ass people on. Yeah. And let's just fucking nerd out about the shit that we love. We love video games. Video games are cool as shit.
Real.
Let's do this really quick. Let's take a little quick break. I'm switching over to the Ketos Brewing. It's a Utah thing, American lager.
That can is beautiful.
Oh yeah. You didn't. It was on a recent episode. It's on a recent something. Maybe it was this episode. I think it was actually. Yeah, it was this. But Ketos has a Big Gay Ale drink.
Like Big Gay Al?
Yeah, but it's a Big Gay Ale. The can itself is it's nice and everything, and it's got the rainbow on it, but it has edible glitter in the beer. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, but I like an American lager.
A Utah company?
Yeah, it's Ketos Brewing. They're Utah based.
God damn.
They have the brewery and everything.
I mean, you always think Utah. Unfortunately, the typical stereotype is conservative. Like I said, I'm from Nebraska, so
it's a thing with Utah. Is Utah itself shithole? A lot of shitty people here. Okay, a lot of shitty people here. Salt Lake City is like the blue spot of Utah. So Keto's, a lot of the breweries are based in Salt Lake City, especially like Keto's is in the heart of fucking Salt Lake City. They've got like the brewery and a brew house that you can go into and either drink. I've gone there a few times where you can go there and just get things from the tap, and then they've got the little storefront outside that is you can buy the cans. So, I went in there, had a couple beers, and then left with an 8-pack of the American Lager the other week. But yeah, just Keto's is a great brewery. Salt Flats Brewing, they're really close to my house. Another really good one. They had a couple years ago a Thin Mints Stout.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm not like a huge stout guy. Like if I have to eat the beer, yeah.
But they had a Thin Mint Stout, and it was like they do like a really special one every once in a while where it's just we have this keg of this thing that we made. Mm-hmm. If you want it, we'll give you a big old can of it, but it's like this 1 or 2 kegs that we have, but it's not something that we just mass produce, And it was the Thin Mint Stout, and I bought a can of it, and because I had a buddy coming into town for a soccer game for RSL, and I was like, I want to go buy some Salt Lake beers that he can't get anywhere else. And then they said, hey, we've got this thing that we're not mass producing. And I was like, cool, give me a can of the Thin Mints Stout. And then we were at the tailgate, and I was just having people try it. And this was, before 2020. It was like 2018, 2019. Yeah.
When you could share a beer.
When you could just be like, hey, here's this can, try it. And
put your mouth where my mouth was.
Everyone that tried it was like, this is awful, except for one person. And that one person is Justin Glad of Real Salt Lake, who was injured at the time. So he was down in the tailgate lot just hanging out. And I was like, hey, do you want to try this Thin Mint Stout? And I can almost guarantee he hated it, but he was like, yeah, this is great. This is cool. And I was like, oh, I bet it is, Justin. I bet it is.
Yeah. Drink more.
Yeah. But, Mike, I had an idea, and let me know if you like this or not, for what Cameron can kind of help us out with. First thing off in the top of your head, what is your favorite video game?
Final Fantasy VII, the original.
Okay. Mike loves Final Fantasy VII. I would say Kingdom Hearts or Mass Effect, but... Or Fallout. Right. I actually have a lot. But anyway.
Or so Fallout. But that's which Fallout would it be,
4. Or 76, honestly. I played 76
the most. A Fallout, so 76. Okay.
But honestly, the aesthetic of Fallout is Fallout. You know what I mean?
That's very true, yeah.
So, I had an idea, Mike, and let me know if this is okay with you, where we literally just mentioned this about the Storymoders full logo and a colorway based on Real Salt Lake.
Yes.
Right here. Okay. I mean, you can't really see. We can pull up the logo here online here in a moment. But the Claret and Cobalt is RSL, till we die. Mike and I, we live in Utah. Our football club out here is great. Fuck the Colorado Rapids. Okay. Okay.
I don't know shit about soccer, so I'll take that one. Yeah, you fuck the Rapids.
There you go.
Know.
We're gonna clip that out and just.
Yep.
Denver artist. We're gonna do it. Fuck the Rapids.
Local Denver artist hates his city. I have to move back to Nebraska because of that clip.
Because they don't have any fucking sports teams. They got the Huskers, right? Is that Nebraska?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Nebraska. It's the University of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Hitch your wagon of that train of disappointment.
Yeah, the Corn Huskers. Do you know what it was like growing up with that as the only team you could root for? It made it very easy to be gay.
I was about to say.
I was just like, ooh, I don't have to pretend to like 17 sports teams. I can just say, like, I'm not a big fan of red. Okay. Like,
I mean, I hate red. The only red that I like is RSL. Actually, and it's sad that this made me think of it. You said makes it very easy to be gay, and I laughed, and I looked over here, and I saw a sticker that I have from Keto's Brewing. It's just pride flag. Yeah, Keto's Brewing, Salt Lake City, Utah. So, and they just had them out, so I grabbed a couple. I'm gonna put one up at the stadium. But I thought, what about try to make maybe we can think of something that works for Mike and I and kind of goes towards our tastes and what we love. So what would you think about maybe doing a colorway of the Storymoders logo? That one, exactly. With the Claret and Cobalt of RSL. And then maybe we can think of some easy for you to make little art designs. And it'll kind of be, like around it, and it will be a special edition Robert and Mike thing. Does that make sense?
I love
explaining that correctly?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know how much of the design we'll be able to do on the stream, just because, I mean, you've seen me draw. I get very nebulous. But the good thing is we can start jotting down some ideas from these games.
Exactly.
And other things you're thinking of. And I can always do that on a Twitch stream. And then have people, the Storymoders fans watch that, release it on the shop. But for now, let's focus on, you said it's the RSL?
Yes, Real Salt Lake. You want to pull up the RSL logo. And then, Mike, Final Fantasy VII. What are your iconic, images or thoughts? And maybe, maybe the character, or maybe not even the character, just because I know what comes up for me for Final Fantasy VII, but I don't want to say it out loud for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I think of the logo with that, materia that's emitting that kind of almost flame-like aura.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the one character, I mean, that really sticks out, aside from, Cloud and Sephiroth, is Red 13. The intelligent lion that you rescue, and then you go to Cosmo Canyon and see where him and his tribe are from. That was just so trying to think. See, now I'm just gonna start talking about Final Fantasy. I like Mount
that's
Condor
what I want to hear you talk about. We literally just spent a minute talking about the fact that this podcast is great because people can come on and just nerd out about what they love.
A lot of people hate it. I liked the Mount Condor minigame. I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't. The one where you had to put those soldiers, to prevent them from Shinra from raiding Mount Condor.
Was that from Remake or Rebirth?
No, that's in the original.
Okay. Oh god, it's been so long since I played the original.
It's all right. It is one of those things where it's just I have this. So
let me ask you something then. What? And this is to Mike. The Condor minigame. Is there an iconic image or item that you can think of that's oh, this is exactly, I see this and I think of the Condor minigame in Final Fantasy VII?
Ah, man. Just a bunch of blocky generic soldiers just kind of marching, just stiff-armed, stiff-legged. That's just that goofy shit.
Yeah, what I thought, immediately, thinking of what Cameron kind of the work that he's done and everything. My first thought when you said Final Fantasy VII was the Buster Sword. The giant Buster Sword kind of stuck in the ground with the kind of wrap on the handle, and the wrap kind of hanging down a little bit. And thinking of that kind of stuck into the story, the top of the Storymoders logo almost.
Oh shit.
That'd be cool.
But that's somebody who hasn't actually played Final Fantasy VII, just off the top of my head being When I think it's
Yeah.
7, I think of the Buster Sword. I think of Cloud and Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, no, those are like, I mean, those are things I think of too when I think of Final Fantasy VII. But like when I like think of stuff that really, things that
Yeah.
stood out, even after all these years. Yeah, it's those things I said, but no, like the Buster Sword or even just Sephiroth's giant sword.
Be like
You know,
a mom tattoo with the arrow through it, but it's his sword through it and then coming out at the bottom.
What's the name of his sword again? It's like on the. I don't know.
It's
I
the
always-
Aerith Killer,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, Aerith Killer 2000. Just the sword going through what looks like the RSL crest, but with the Storymoders like circle in there.
Oh.
Right now, there's a whole lot going on in this design.
Oh,
I was just saying, let's do the Storymoders thing with the RSL colors, but Jesus Christ.
Oh no, we will do it with just
Mike's,
the colors.
though.
But I pulled the logo up so I could grab the correct colors, and now I'm like, oh, there's a lot going on. And so, is there a different RSL? I kept seeing one for Arizona.
So
Is it the
RSL
same
Arizona is it's like a, I don't want to say kids team, but it's an academy team. So it's owned by
Gotcha.
RSL. And I'm actually not even sure if they are still around anymore. But it is just RSL Arizona at the bottom because it's based in Arizona. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So yeah, what I'm gonna start doing is just like taking some of the colors.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what we're thinking? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And now Mike is like, what about just the crest with the SM circle in the middle of it, and that's with the crown. Oh my god.
yeah.
But I don't know how much we could get away with that, you know. Actually, we'd probably get away with most of it. RSL doesn't give a shit.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah. Like this is just
Oh yeah.
just watching you just being like, oh yeah, just do this, boom, 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 boom. It just changing a
there's
color on the screen, and my monkey brain is like, this is incredible.
I am fully self-taught. I didn't go
Really?
to school for art. Yeah, I didn't start doing art. And it's very blurry right now on the screen. Don't worry, this is not the final version.
Yeah.
But I started during the pandemic and literally just watched TikTok.
You fucking kidding me? Hold on.
and
No.
YouTube.
You started during the pandemic more,
Yep.
and you're doing this for money already.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm
Anyone
just saying,
can
like,
do it.
this is... Well, no. This is, like... Yeah, anybody could do it for money. I made, the Storymoders logo in a minute. That's a piece of shit on the Canva logo. Like, you started doing this during the pandemic more. That's what I call it, because it's adorable. But... And you're already like, this is what I do. And I've been commissioned from, like, drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race and everything.
It's nuts, dude. Like for a very long time, I had to like get the imposter syndrome out of my brain and I wouldn't even call myself an illustrator for like the first 2 years. But I think it was like moving out here to Denver and being so supported by the creative community out here that I was like, no, I am an illustrator and I work really hard on it, but like, I mean, like just boom right there. We've got one version of an RSL Storymoders logo that, it's got the colorway and everything, but, if anyone wants to start doing art, if you have an iPad, download Procreate. It's $10 forever. You don't have to spend a monthly fee. It's $10. And then go watch some YouTube videos, and you can like literally start doing the same stuff I'm doing. It just takes time. But yeah, there you go. There's the start of the Storymoders logo for the both of you. Not just one team, but a league that brought you all together.
Not just the best team, and the only team in London, but...
Isn't there?
Nope.
What's the? Oh, okay, yeah, just the one, the blue
Just-
one, Chelsea.
Yep, just
There's
the
one team in London. Okay. All right. When you filter it by Champions League trophies, there's one team in London. All right.
Oof. See, this makes me want to root for the underdog,
No, fuck you. Okay.
which I think is Mike's team.
Yep.
So
Everton.
I don't know. You're not selling me for this most wins here.
Hey, to be fair, okay, Chelsea has been shit for 4 years now. Okay? We won the Champions League in 2021. Still don't know how that happened. All right? I
But you
watched
did
it
it.
live, and I was like, how are we even here? And we won it.
And you were a fan of them at the time, right?
No,
And you were
exactly.
still like,
Like, we were shit in the Premier League. There's a lot that goes into soccer and football, Cameron, and we won't get into it. But Champions League is different from their actual league that they play in. Okay? It's a completely different competition.
okay.
The Chelsea won the Champions League, and then I think in the league came in like the bottom half of the table. So not good. The only reason we got to Champions League the year after is because we won it that first year. But we've been on the decline for a few years. Now, Everton has been at the decline for a few years. And by a few, I mean
Hear
about
you.
10, 12, 15, 30?
Ouch.
We're doing all okay. 30.
As long as we've all been alive.
Fuck off.
But Chelsea Football Club.
They do have a great color scheme.
It's blue. It's all that matters.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the initial kind of colorway that we can go with for the RSL. Mike, what were some of those ideas again from Final Fantasy VII, or just like, or even other video games that you love?
Ooh. Hey man, from Final Fantasy VII, I was talking about Red 13 and Cosmo Canyon.
Yes.
Yeah. Then
Wait, Cosmo Canyon? I thought you said Condor Canyon.
no, Cosmo Canyon, Mount Condor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. A few different places.
With the angry house that you fight.
Oh,
There's so many little angry houses you fight. I love them.
I was
Just
so
a-
happy that it showed up in the remake.
Oh, makes me so happy. Yeah, I mean, I've been Fallout New Vegas is another game that I really love,
Yeah, yeah.
and just and the whole like specifically, yeah, like what was it, the Omertas? Just the basically we're the Italian mob, but we've somehow survived the apocalypse,
Yeah.
but they're still dressing like it's the 50s. It's weird. It's like, how did you get the stuff that survived all of this time?
I just really quick, as
Yeah.
Cameron's writing, I just want to say fuck you to Cameron because your goddamn penmanship looks like a font.
I used to be a teacher as well, so like
Fair,
I had to
fair.
be able to write legibly, and yeah, I think it looks messy, but I will thank you. I will take that compliment.
No, it does. That's like I'm not saying that it looks like crystal clear.
No.
It's messy, but it looks like this. Your fucking penmanship looks like you could use this for a handwritten font that doesn't just look like shit.
Maybe I should sell it on like a font website.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right, so Cameron, really quick. Look, let's just talk about the elephant in the room that you're not using here. Okay. Why aren't we using AI to just make whatever we want,
Oh,
Cameron?
I don't have
Okay.
one of my stickers out ready. Generative AI, Jesus Christ! It is maybe
This
the
isn't to
single
Cameron.
worst
Yeah.
possible thing that humans have ever conjured up and thought
I would go with
be
maybe the Holocaust, but
yes,
number
Okay.
3.
yes.
All right. All right. If
that
we're gonna
for
pick
sure.
nits,
I mean, there's probably many more things over generative AI, but yeah, it breaks my heart every time I see someone that I know who has a profile picture, or if they're reposting it. It kills our environment. It kills artists' careers. We just shouldn't use it. So I won't be on my soapbox for too long, but if you need something done creatively, there's a person for that, and that human will make that shit for you with so much love and care, and it's usually not that expensive. Usually,
We paid
but yeah,
Cameron $6,500.
God, I wish.
I'm not gonna say how much we paid you. I don't want to. Yeah,
I'm affordable. If anyone's
He is.
watching and they
Yes.
would like a
100%.
brand redesign, I can
Yeah.
I can help you out with
Yeah.
that for sure. But yeah, don't do generative AI. AI has been in use for a long time, and there's many good uses for it. But to replace art and artists, that ain't the bag. So yeah,
generative
none of that.
AI is a scourge on art, and that includes every type of art: movies, writing, video games, everything. And I know that you have a sticker on your site that, if you want to pull it up, actually, if you want to pull it up to show it off, please do.
I
'Cause
don't
I love
know
it.
if I.
Is it on your site anymore? Or?
Well, I just shipped a bunch off, and I haven't been selling it. That's the other thing, is I've just been including it as a free
okay.
sticker.
Okay. Yeah.
For every it's on my Instagram. But Donald Trump and Elon Musk posted a video about Gaza, calling it Trump Gaza, and the entire video was generative AI, and it infuriated me so fucking much. And so I just made a very simple design that said "fuck Nazis," but the A and I in Nazis is capitalized to show off that. There you go. You're much faster.
It's a little blurry
Um,
because of the camera, but
yeah. Yeah, that was just another one of those things where I was like, I don't know what to do to try and fight back from the shittiness that is happening in the world right now, but this is the one thing I can do. And so that's what I did.
fuck Nazis, fuck Elon. I said that on a on the Kinda Funny happy hour the other week.
Good.
Yeah, I went on there and I was talking and I was like, yeah, you know what? They were like, oh, how you doing? I was like, I was laid off, so not great. And then at the end of it, they were like, oh, why don't you get like because we started talking about Fallout 76 with Greg. And he's like, yeah, like call Mr. Hawks to do his to like have him play your Fallout 76 character and build it up. And I was like, yeah, Elon, give me a call and I'll get you a Fallout 76 character. Just kidding. Fuck you, Elon, you fucking Nazi piece of shit. And just
I'm sure Greg was very happy with that too.
everybody else was like the people on the panel, like everybody on the screen was just like, yep, okay, yeah, fuck you, yeah. So
yeah. Nonsense. But yeah, generative AI art. None of that. We got to stop doing that. The human spirit is too important to be wasting away. And like,
I mean,
whatever people are doing.
you see all this fucking Studio Ghibli AI stuff, and it looks like a knockoff of Studio Ghibli's artwork, which is unique and is copyrighted too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it don't. If you see a thing being like, oh, put your picture here and we'll make it into this design. No, just no. Because you're feeding that into this thing, and you're taking work away from other. Even if, it's cool because I'm just using it as my Facebook profile. It's what I'm not hurting anybody. You are. It fucks up the environment, and you're taking work away from artists, and especially in the Studio Ghibli thing, like it is. Miyazaki is like, no, fuck this. I hate this. And the people who were like, "Hey, but it's my picture."
Insane. Truly felt like I was like, "Oh, is the world gonna make it through this? Like, are we just too stupid as a human race?" But the beauty of that happening was the amount of outpouring of people, saying that they were against AI art by, calling other people out, which is one of the most important things we can do. Is if you see that shit, you message that person individually and you say, "Hey, not cool for these reasons." It was just very reassuring as an artist and just as like a human being to be like, "Oh, okay, I'm seeing that people are pushing back against this in a really positive way." So that's the one good thing is I'm like, we haven't lost all hope. It just sucks that sometimes those voices are a little bit louder than the rational voices.
Yeah. We did a thing. What, Mike? When was it back in November or was it in January where we both went like on our solo screens on an episode, and we essentially both just said the same thing, like the next couple of years are going to be completely shit, and the only way that we get through it is with each other.
Yeah, I remember saying that, but I can't remember which episode.
Yeah, and every day it feels like that's where we're getting to, and we're 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 like an hour and a half into this. We'll get deep, and I'm drunk, but. Cameron, I love the work that you're doing.
Thanks,
you know what I mean? And I think it's important. It is important. Any artwork, anybody making art is important. I'm gonna say, even the shitty conservative movies that I would never watch in ever is important because that is somebody creating something that came from their mind. And that's the only way that we're going to get through things is to be creative. You don't have to draw things, but you got to be creative to survive. But let's go back to the fun things. So the Italian mob
from New Vegas.
Wait, what family is this?
Yeah, I need to know the name.
I think it's the Omertas.
What the?
Oh, how do you spell that?
Who?
Omerta.
Who the fuck are the Omertas? Like, I've played New Vegas a couple times, and I cannot...
Yeah, they're the ones running the Gomorrah.
What is Gomorrah?
The Galaxy.
Yeah.
The Gomorrah Casino on the Strip.
Is that the only time that you see them? Is in that casino?
I mean, they're kind of around.
Because like when I think of New Vegas, I think of the Kings, Mr. House, obviously, Yes Man, and then the other the NCR and Kaisar's Legion, all that stuff. But the Omertas,
Yeah, they're just it's literally just the Vegas mob. But in Fallout New Vegas.
So the Italian mob...
Big Sal is one of the Omertas that you have to end up, depending on how your stats rolled out, you either shoot him or shoot him and his right-hand man. But it's neither here nor there. But yeah, no, just the idea of just it's literally when you think of old Vegas, it's just yep, all of that shit survived. Down to the finest rayon suits.
Is Benny part of the Omertas?
I think, maybe. I think he is. Yeah, because I think it's the Omertas, and they're allied with the Great Khans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now,
and maybe it's just it's been a while since I played New Vegas, and So I might just be thinking of people in the suits as the kings. And that's probably on me. God damn, okay. God, fucking Mike with these goddamn deep cuts.
I was going to say, the amount of knowledge you just pulled from a, 20-year-old game? How old is New Vegas
you, Cameron.
now?
God damn it. No, it's 3 years old. Okay, we are not that old, Cameron.
We're all 21.
We're all 21. Okay? We're all listening to Hawthorne Heights.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus. Ohio is for lovers.
It is. You know, they did a small tour, but with festivals, and every city was blah, blah, blah is for lovers. And I think they went to Colorado for one.
I'm sure they did.
And they were not
Colorado
the headliners.
They weren't?
No, it was something is for lovers tour or, festival. And they were on it, but they had other bands. And I think they knew. They're like, oh yeah, this band is bigger than us and is, would sell more tickets. So this is a festival we're putting on. We'll play it in the middle of the day, but then we've got other headliners.
Oh my God. I mean, good for them. That's a cool way to be like, whatever.
No,
we just want to play. Yeah.
We have I'll go look in my kitchen here in a minute, but my spouse went to one of them because I believe the Wonder Years were there, and my spouse loves the Wonder Years. I have a Wonder Years tattoo.
Oh yeah.
It's upside down.
The one.
But actually, really, since I've got my arm up, this right here, this logo, the triangle with the circle. Okay. This is the logo, one of the logos for the band Enter Shikari, one of my all-time favorite bands. Okay. But when you said, when Trump came back and took over, you had to do something, and you made the fuck AI thing. Mm-hmm. I got this tattoo January 20th, 2017.
Oh, so same mental state.
Yeah. We were at a tattoo parlor because my spouse was getting a tattoo. And I was, I had the news up and everything. And Enter Shikari, if you've ever listened to them, if anybody who's listened to them and who knows them, is a very political band, very much, my politics and my thoughts. And there was another artist there, and I was like, hey, are you busy right now? Could you do this? And he's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I didn't plan on getting it that day, but watching the news, and then there was the artist there, and I was at a tattoo shop, I was like, fuck it, can you put this on my body forever? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Cameron, did you see my post yesterday?
Yes, which was incredible. I've never seen someone fill in the Deathly Hallows with the trans pride flag colors.
Yeah.
But that is the single best way to just say fuck you to J.K. Rowling while also showing that hey, we can still love the things that we loved when we were kids.
Yeah.
We don't have to erase that Harry Potter existed. We just have to be able to say fuck J.K. Rowling.
She won't take the sky from me, Cameron. Okay, that's what I'll say. And plus, the person who actually did the original tattoo is an awesome person, and 1000% does not agree with J.K. Rowling. So I was like, I don't want to cover up his work too. He's great.
Right.
His name is Storm Anderson. He currently lives in, he lives out east, in the witch district of. I want to say it's in Maryland, but I'm probably wrong. But he's a tattoo artist, Storm Anderson, Art on You Tattoos. If you're out east and that is a place close to you, Storm is a fucking legend. Him and his spouse are incredible. They had a place out here in Magna, Utah, where I got this tattoo. It's where I got my Blink tattoo. It's where I got all of these tattoos that I always forget about.
We always forget about the tricep ones. We don't get to see those.
All of these were done for charity because Art on You did a charity drive. $20 tattoos. Cool. Every artist that was there was donating their time. All the money went to the local, I think the Humane Society of Utah. Awesome. And that's what I'm most Storm and his spouse are great. That tattoo shop was great. It's where I got my first tattoo. And my first tattoo, Blink-182 logo. That was when I turned 18 for Christmas. My parents got me a voucher for Art on You tattoos.
Wow.
And I went there and I was like, hey, will you do this? And he's like, fuck yeah, I will. I know your dad. He got tattooed here. But yeah, Storm Anderson at Art on You Tattoos. If you are close to, and I feel like a dick because I can't remember what state they moved to. Maybe Pennsylvania. I don't know. Art on You Tattoos. If you see Storm, go get a tattoo. He's incredible. But yeah, he did this initial Deathly Hallows, and then I learned about J.K. Rowling. And then for a couple of years, I was like, do I want to cover it up? Or do I just want to, you know, as the kids say, put your heart on your sleeve? And
is that a newer saying that kids have just started?
I think so. I think they just made it up.
Gen Alpha was like,
yeah.
What's, put your heart on your sleeve. And everyone's like, holy shit. Wait, Gen Alpha coming in hot.
So...
If it makes you feel like a kindred spirit at all, my first tattoo on my rib cage is lyrics from The Academy Is. Did you ever listen to The Academy Is?
Brother, I did merch for William Beckett one night in Utah.
Holy shit. Okay. So yeah, that was, I'm not going to show my rib cage, but
do it, coward.
That was my very first that was my very
coward.
First tattoo. I was 18 and the tattoo artist was like, on your rib cage? And I was like, yeah, I'm 18. I'm full of life. It was, the worst mistake. Still love the tattoo, though. Still a great band. But
the Academy Is.
Blink-182.
Did they... So I think, and I... Actually, maybe I'm just misremembering. I think William Beckett came out at When We Were Young last year when I was there.
Really?
Because he was on like a song for one of the bands that I was seeing. But I'm probably wrong. And I might be mixing him up with Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy.
Was it during the Cobra Starship?
Yes.
I know that they all had like songs together.
Actually, no. It was I missed it. It was like 2 years ago. No, okay, now I remember. 2 years ago at When We Were Young, the Academy was there. And Travi from Gym Class Heroes came out because they played that song. Yeah, okay, that's
hell yeah.
And I missed that because I was watching another band. But yeah, sorry, we're taking you away from this design that we're working on.
This is totally fine. I've got good stuff here, and there's so much more that I can gather too from not only these games, but I feel like I need to do a little bit of a backlog journey with Storymoders to just like learn more about your gaming history and stuff. But I think from where my brain is currently going is just surrounding the Storymoders.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, just
with a whole bunch of iconography.
Yeah.
And small kind of like not chibi versions, but just like small identifiable things from video games that both of you love. And then we can put it up on the shop, and it'll be like the first exclusive, like the first kind of like, it's like the Founders edition.
Yeah.
Does that sound
Mike,
cool?
Mike, what are, that sounds incredible. That's like you put in the circles. That's what I was thinking of, was like this logo and then just kind of like things from the two of us around it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Storymoders is myself and it's Mike, and I'm not going to say Mike's last name. Michael Marie last name. Did I get that right? I'm pretty sure I got that right.
Yep, nailed it.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII. I didn't realize you loved it that much. When I said what's your favorite game, I honestly assumed you were about to say Armored Core.
I love Armored Core, but man, Final Fantasy VII.
Did you play? You haven't played the remake?
I'm working on it. Been working on it for a while.
Oh, but I mean, have you started it? I mean,
yeah.
Okay. That's what I meant. Like you've started. You haven't finished it, but you've played it.
Yeah,
the first remake, not Rebirth.
Yeah, Rebirth. Yeah, no.
Still hate that naming convention.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
great games though.
So let me ask y'all something here while I work on something on my end. I mean, I just want to cut with 0. Motherfucking cock fuck. Come on. Okay. Actually, since we're talking about Final Fantasy VII, what do you think the third one's going to be called? Especially as Mike, someone who's... Cameron, have you played Final Fantasy VII?
Oh, yeah. I'm a huge Square guy, yeah. But, Mike...
I mean, I wouldn't say you're Square. Don't say that about yourself. Okay, I think you're cool.
Shut
okay.
Up. I'm a Square fan from when they were Square Soft. So
yeah.
I had a coworker who he and I became good friends from talking about our mutual love for Kingdom Hearts. Okay. When I was like, "Oh, so did you play it before they were Square Enix?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Yeah, they were Squaresoft. They were two different companies." He's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "There's Squaresoft and Enix Software, and they merged to become Square Enix." And he's like, "Had no idea."
Fake fan.
Fake fan. Fuck you, Nick.
Stolen valor.
Different Nick. I know a lot of Nicks. Fuck you, Nicholas. He's on my phone as Nick. So, 7. Final Fantasy 7. You've both... So, number 3, in this new remake trilogy that you can only do for a handful of games, and Final Fantasy 7 is one of them.
Definitely. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell they could possibly try to name this third one. Remake, rebirth. I mean, unless they're just gonna fully embrace the JRPG weirdness and just be like, "Fuck it, this is what it is," and just make up a new word that starts with RE.
They could. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
Refagon.
Yeah, it's something totally nonsensical.
Yeah, just nonsense garbage.
Have you finished Rebirth yet, Mike?
Oh, Lord, no.
Okay.
He started a remake. He doesn't have a PS5. I'm not saying that to dunk on him, but I'm just saying. And Rebirth is only on PS5. Am I wrong?
I have no idea.
I think so. Yeah, remake was
because remake, and then they had remake Intergrade. That was a PS5 thing, and then okay.
I will say when you get to Rebirth, there is a word that they use near the ending of the game within the last 15, 20 hours that I was like, maybe that could be the third R.
The ending of the game. Last 15, 20 hours. Whatever.
I know, those games are gnarly. But I can't remember what it was, but I feel like they gave us, in Avengers Infinity War, when Doctor Strange says, we're in the end game now, I told my husband, I was like, that's got to be the name of the next movie. Sure enough.
I had thought of in I don't remember what the name of that movie was, but Pirates of the Caribbean. At like the end of one of the movies, they were like, "Oh, you've got to go to this place
at World's End."
At World's End.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, "Okay,
Final
so that's
Fantasy
the next movie."
Rebirth.
Okay.
They definitely do something like that in the final 15, 20 hours. That I was like, that could be it. So
is it another rename?
Keep your eyes peeled. Yes, it was. I was trying to rack my brain, and I was like, is it reintegrate? No, that's too long. There's a perfect, concise word that they use in dialogue that I was like, that has got to be what the third one will be called. But we'll see. I don't know. We've still got a couple years, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, this is like kind of separate to what we're talking about. Cameron, I mean, we would love to have you on anytime. Fucking all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, fuck it. I want you to come on at some point, and you and Mike just geek out about Final Fantasy VII. Because I haven't played it.
Oh, you've never played any original or not your bag? You're like a Kingdom Hearts fan.
No, that's the thing. I've played, I played the original when it came out to Xbox. I played it until I got to, I don't know what it's called. It was like a trash heap place. I don't even know. I just
Probably
know
I don't know.
there was like I had to go under a thing, and I was annoyed. I don't even know. And I played the remake.
Oh,
I just lost the iPad.
oh no.
Ooh, hold on. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That's fine.
It might have just died.
What we're gonna do here. So if y'all are watching this, it's a bit off. Apologize. Give me just a second. I will get this fixed, but we'll still talk about Final Fantasy VII. So I played. I played the Final Fantasy. Don't worry about the iPad, by the way, because if you turn it on now, it'll fuck with everything.
I think it died. Yeah.
Yeah. Do not even worry about it.
Okay.
So I played the remake. I think honestly, maybe just the demo of. It where you're in the. God, what is it called? You're in a thing and you're like blowing up a thing as a terrorist or something?
Oh, it's
reactor?
the initial avalanche. Yeah, the reactor mission. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when the third Final Fantasy RE, whatever it's going to be titled, I would absolutely love to come on and geek out with you, Mike.
All right.
But we want to make sure you play
Yes, that's
Remake
the key
and
thing.
Rebirth first, because I never got to finish Final Fantasy VII back when it was on PlayStation. It was just too hard for me as a kid.
Yeah.
I think I was like 8 or so when it came out. But I've loved these newer versions of them, and what they do with the story is very cool. So I'm excited for eventually when you get the opportunity to get caught up. I'm really excited to hear what you think.
Oh, I'm definitely need to get caught up. So I don't know, Robert. Be sleeping on your couch until I finish, until I get all caught up. I don't have a PS5.
Lend
He
him your
does.
PS5. Come on.
Mike, there isn't anything coming out for the PS5 in the foreseeable future that I give a shit about.
Okay.
That includes that includes Ghost of Yotei.
Fine.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I think it was gonna be.
Why? Oh,
That was
sorry.
Sucker Punch, right?
That was Sucker Punch. Yeah, I didn't get into Fallout or Ghost of Tsushima. Fallout or fucking goddamn it. I'm looking at two different goddamn screens here. Yotei doesn't really interest me. I mean, the next PlayStation game I'm super excited for is Intergalactic, which won't come out for about 6 years. So, Mike, legitimately, you want to borrow my PlayStation to play Rebirth? I don't have it, but you have to buy it. But you want to borrow it to play Rebirth and Remake? You say the word.
All right.
Go ahead. You can take it to your house. I don't give a shit. I won't play it for a while. All right.
Fun fact, me coming on this podcast was actually just a ploy to get Mike a PS5 from you, Robert. So this whole time, surprise, you got new branding, but really the main goal was to make sure Mike could start playing Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth.
Hell yeah.
It worked.
Worked brilliantly.
Our grand scheme.
Yeah. That's all that matters. So, all right. So Cameron is going to we'll talk to him off screen about the design. That will be up on the store when it is finished. No rush. But Cameron, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me at The French Tip Design on Blue Sky, on Instagram. My website is thefrenchtipdesign.com. I have lots of ideas for so many different things, but if you have ideas for your podcast, for your your Twitch channel, whatever it happens to be, send me a message on Instagram, on Blue Sky. I'd love to be able to chat with you and figure out how we can take whatever weird ideas you have in your brain and turn them into reality, like I did for these two wonderful gentlemen that I've been talking to tonight. So, thanks again, guys, for letting me be here.
He took our ideas of podcast video games and turned it into what you see now. So, yeah. Mike?
Anything is possible.
Mike, tell us about what you're going to be doing. I'm going to go pee. I'm listening, but I have to, I will piss my pants.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Can't have
so
that happen again.
Tell people about your... Mike, vamp for me.
Oh,
There you go.
gotcha. Vamp. Yeah, Nerding for Beginners, on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky. On Blue Sky, it's at nfbofficial.gobbledygook because, why not? But it's Nerding for Beginners everywhere else. Probably gonna get back to streaming maybe this week, maybe next. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But yeah, so it is Mondays and Thursdays. Monday nights, me playing Cyberpunk, or I don't know. Now that I've got Fallout New Vegas kind of stable with 1,000 mods, might be playing that. Who knows? We'll see. And then on Thursdays, my girlfriend Annie, the beginner, we have her playing some new fun game. Well, new to her. They're all going to be new to her, pretty much. But yeah, we'll see what we'll see what sticks, what doesn't. She liked Big Kitty or Little Kitty Big City, but the whole twin stick control thing a little much for her right now. So we played Donut County, we played Unpacking. So
Perfect beginner games.
Right? She really loved them both. So
Mm-hmm.
and then with Unpacking, she learned about achievements. So she might be going back trying to get more achievements.
The serotonin hits, and suddenly you're like, okay, especially with Unpacking. It's such how different can I do this?
Right.
Amazing suggestions.
So, but yeah, that's on Thursdays. Stream starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
It's the best
Robert,
time.
Why are you laughing? What did you do?
No, I was peeing that whole time. It took forever.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure there wasn't something else going on.
Yeah, no, that was it.
All right.
I was like, I hear him trying to stretch this out because I'm still not here.
Yeah.
It was great. The vamping was vamping.
Yeah, he was vamping.
Yeah, that's it.
Vamping like crazy.
Up the space.
Yeah. No, but Annie, you have to buy it, and it's, I think, full price right now. The Hello Kitty. It's like Animal Crossing.
Okay.
It's kind of that cozy type thing, but you can play it on Steam. You don't have to,
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
and it feels like a game that should come to Game Pass soon if you have Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
It feels like a game that is destined to live on Game Pass for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Robert, you're not going to tell us your deets? Where can we find you? What's going on?
Mr. Hawks, Mr. Mr. Hawks 182. Try any of those on Blue Sky, Twitch. I've got a Facebook page. Fuck Twitter. Fuck you, Elon, you cunt piece of shit. You Nazi fuck. Okay? You know what? I think I'm going to say it right now. Tonight, when this goes up on Thursday, April 2nd, April 3rd? 3rd. I'm going to be streaming. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. I'll just be going live to kind of, hang out. And if anybody has watched the podcast, wants to talk about our new, our logo and everything and our whole rebrand, from the Friendship Design, I'll talk about that. And I'm going to have a new overlay for my streams with this logo. But yeah, tonight, as this goes up, April 3rd, I'll be live. I don't know what I'm going to play yet. Probably Assassin's Creed Shadows, because that's what I've been playing lately. And, that game is so fun. If not that, then something from my Steam library, because I'll be streaming from this PC instead of from my Xbox. So.
Okay.
But, what I want to do, really quick, it's a little blurry.
It is bedtime.
It is 22/17 on April 1st, 2025. All right? So, in fucking 8 hours? 9 hours?
Oh, shit.
There's a Switch 2 reveal. Here's the hardware, here's the I'm assuming release date, here's the price, everything. So, what I want from the two of you, as I'm going to hold this up, and I'll say it too, but as I hold that up, so you can see, this is when we're saying it. Mike, Cameron,
Yo.
what do you think release date and release price for the Switch 2 is going to be?
These are good questions.
These are very good questions.
Off the top of your head. And if my screen goes to sleep, sorry, but I'll try to wake it up.
Mike, would you like to go first?
I am looking up something right now. Okay. God. I honestly think I feel like they've been working on this a lot longer than they have let on. And this is going to be literally just a, hey, here's what it is. It's going to be like, I want to say between 350 and 400 because that's where the OLED is. And then also, oh, by the way, it'll be available, holiday season.
You're thinking holiday season.
I'm thinking holiday season.
So you're thinking, release date and it just a month and a beginning, middle, end of the month.
Beginning December.
Beginning December, okay. For the Switch 2.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right.
And what was the price you said? $350?
Oh yeah.
Or $354?
I said between 350 and 4 just because the Switch OLED is at 350.
Okay.
So I think this, with everything they've been talking about, it's got to be more than the OLED, but I don't necessarily think it's going to be that much more.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Cameron?
I've been thinking long and hard about this ever since they announced that there's going to be a Switch 2 Direct.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be released on Friday, June 6th for here in America.
Okay.
It's going to be $400. There will be a beefier version that will be $500 as well. I don't know if it's going to be OLED, but they want to set the gamers up right away with the best possible SKU they can. So yeah, June 6th, $400 for the base model, $500 for the special edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My thinking, I don't have a specific date in mind, but I'm thinking mid-June, so after Cameron's date. So I don't know if it's I would like the 16th, 18th-ish, kind of around there. Okay. I'm thinking $399 for the base model Switch 2, $400, but I think they're going to sell bundles from day one that come with a game and possibly like another controller or something for $500. I don't think there are going to be multiple SKUs of the Switch 2. If anything, it'll be 80 gigs and then 160 gigs, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the different SKUs you'll see are the base model and then a bundle that comes with one of the launch titles, maybe Mario Kart or Metroid Prime, and it's 6 months to Nintendo Online. Or the mouse pad. It's something like that. Yeah. I'm going to put that down because now my arms are tired. So yeah, my thought is $400 for the base model, but they're going to really push bundles with a game, with a mouse pad, with Nintendo Online 3-6 months, and then say, oh, now Nintendo Online has GameCube stuff.
God willing. Give me Beautiful Joe.
Seriously.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are our predictions from today, April 1st, the night before, literally, I think 9 hours, less than 9 hours, because I think it's 7 a.m. for all of us in the God's time zone, Mountain time zone. Yeah. So, fuck, oh my God, I'm excited now. Shit, less than 9 hours
Right.
until the Switch 2 reveal. and Greg Miller cashing in Stars in the Bank.
Oh, Christ. Poor Timothy.
Tim sucks.
Mike, another reason why your brain is so much healthier than ours, so just ignore us.
Mike texted me a while back being like, hey, I'm watching my first episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily. I don't think he's watched it since.
Nope. Have not. So,
yeah. Don't let it ruin you.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of other things that can ruin me. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Yeah.
But Cameron, thank you so much for joining us. Okay, and thank you so much for the beautiful work that you did with our rebrand.
It's
and then
amazing.
When he's finished with this design, it's going to be going up on the store, and we will be selling it on storymoders.com. It's crazy to say that. It's weird. It's weird. I'll be completely honest with you. It's weird to say that. We've got a website. We have merch. We're doing reviews now. You know, Mike's not wearing pants. It's incredible.
Very true.
Yeah.
Some things never change.
Yeah. But the way that we're doing the outro now and the intro is we're not going to really be cutting anything. So I'm just going to cut this at some point and add the outro music and intro music.
All right.
So you know what? Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.